Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to our May Define Planner session. I am here using our 2025 monthly and weekly softbound planner. You can check out our new mid-years as well and academic year. I am going to be going through today how I like to set up my accountability trackers for May, as well as starting our monthly calendar. This is crazy. I can't believe we are already in May 1st. I feel like it was just January. It's insane how far we're coming. So, what are we waiting for? Let's start planning for the month ahead. I have a good feeling about this month, but I guess I should say and, not but. And I have a question for everyone. I need to pick my word of the month, and I'm between a few options. So I thought I would bring these options here and go through them with you. My options for this month, I was leaning towards Unleashed, which I am looking at Unleashed in terms of tapping into our full potential without holding back. So Unleashed, Ignite, which is really leaning into sparking our passion, our drive, and our inner fire, or Fearless. But a part of me wants to try something new and go towards Unleashed. I think that's a really interesting word and something that as we're going through May, we can really hone in on and tap into. I also would like to point out, so I have a lot of different accessories here to help us out. I have our stickers. Up here, you'll see the variety pack. Off camera, I have all of my other ones that I can pull from as well, from Variety and Purposeful, as well as Manifestation. I have our Zebra Click Art pens, and I have Pilot G2 pens, as well as Zebra Mildliners. In May, I want to focus on color. Hey, Plum. I am focusing on really, I think I'm leaning towards Ignite or Unleashed as our words and as our word of the month, because May is such a time to blossom and kick off the summer / just warm weather, at least where I'm at, with good energy. And I'm so over cold weather. So I can't decide. Is Unleashed a weird word of the month? That's where I can't decide. I'm like, am I going to be like, I like it. It's different. I'm going to lean into it. Hey, Raina. Let's see. And so you'll see here, this is the Fuchsia Zebra Mildliner. When I like to think of my word of the month, I oftentimes want to consider how I've been feeling this past month. So a lot of times I'll refer back to, hey Grains, I'll refer back to the monthly reflection to see, okay, so this is where I was thriving. This is where I feel like I'm holding back a little bit. And how do I want to shift my energy in this upcoming month? This month, I want to really feel unleashed. I don't want to have anything holding me back. I want to tap into that full potential. Cat, hey, oh my gosh, I am so happy to hear that. I was going back and forth. I'm so glad it resonates with you. Happy May. You're excited for this one. April, I'm over April. We are into a new month, new us, better, improved us. How's that? Let's see, which color do I want to write over this with? Sometimes I'm thinking maybe this one. This is a Pilot G2 pen. Yes, this is perfect. Sometimes I'll do a cursive over it. This one, because I wanted it to just be bold and align with the word itself, we're just doing caps over it just to add some to it. That is a powerful word. I love it. Hey, Galina. Okay, birthdays to celebrate. We have Maria's the 3rd, which is Saturday. So let's go ahead and highlight that yellow as well. Hey, Rob. And for that, I did write it in a purple pen. I remember doing that last month, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab one more. And the next The other birthday is on the 21st. Teamies. Okay. Amazing. And then we're going to tap into our books to read. So I'm going to do every other row. I'll highlight the titles in a different color. I'm really leaning into that vibrant and unleashed attitude this month. So, oh, that's a little darker than I thought. I think it still works well, but it was a little darker. I think in my head I grabbed this one. My bad. They're easy to mix up, but it works. So for books to read, of course, I'm going to start with our One More Chapter book club pick, which we are reading the Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins. I am also actually reading the second book from April's book club, Twilight's Hidden Truth. I want to make sure I'm getting the name right. I'm reading it on my Kindle, so it's always like one of those things where I feel like I'm not seeing the title as much as when I have a physical book. And so I just want to make sure. Yeah, okay. Just triple checking. And I don't know what I'm doing. I spelled that wrong. How can I fix this? Here we go. Twilight's Hidden Truth. The one thing about me is I randomly switch between lowercase and uppercase. There's no rhyme or reason. And then I will probably read a third book, but I don't know what that's going to be yet. I like to set myself up with 2 books definitely, and then if a third comes along, then I'm just like, this is it. Then we'll lean into that. For movies and TV shows, what is everyone watching? I don't know what I'm watching. I finished Desperate Housewives, that rewatch. I like to have a comfort show that I just have on whenever I don't want to be in my own thoughts. And so now I'm on Parenthood, which is always a good one. I don't know when Real Housewives of Miami premieres. Does anyone know? I'm going to look that one up. RHOM. What season are they on? 7? Yeah, season 7. Let's see. June. Okay, so we have a while for that one. What else is going on? I'm liking Paul. I don't know anything about the Paul brothers, but I'm actually enjoying their reality show, Paul American. I don't know. I'm gonna write it in there. I'm enjoying it. I'm only on episode 1. I think that's the name of it. I don't know what else is. I don't know. Oh my gosh, I'm actually excited for the Lilo and Stitch movie. When doesn't that one come out in May? Let me see. Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm actually really excited for that one. I'm not crazy into like the Disney stuff, but this is one that I will go see. Partially because it's funny, so I like to do... Yes, May 23rd! You are on it. I play Disney Dreamlight Valley on the Switch because I liked like Animal Crossing and I wanted another cozy game. But it's really funny because I'm not like, I don't know about all the Disney stuff. Like, I do know of them all, and like I've seen the movies, of course, but like I'm not obsessed, but I just love like the coziness of it, so that's really funny. And then the next one are podcasts. I have not been feeling like there's that many amazing podcasts that I have to look forward to. The one that I do like is the Mel Robbins. So if you guys have any podcast recs, please drop them in the comments and let me know. Because I just like don't know what else. Like I am at the point where I've started to try to watch some vlogs on Red, and I'm like, I'm not really like a vlogger watcher, but I'm like, this works. Like it's basically a podcast, right? I need to see though, because I want to continue like to learn about different things. Hey, Hope. So maybe this will be another great time to check out some new podcasts in terms of that realm. And then we have our fitness tracker. Now, I want to make sure that I am setting all of these up with intention in a way that's going to work so I actually come back and track it. And so I don't want to add all these fitness activities that, good morning, Mishi, that I'm not really going to accomplish. And so I just wanted to also look up one thing before I say this. I wanted to make sure that, yes, okay, so back to what I was saying, I wanted to double check something, that in order for us to be excited about tracking our goals, we need to make sure that we are setting ourselves up for success. And one huge way of doing this is to not overload yourself in a way that's going to make it daunting, and you're going to look back at your tracker and be disappointed when maybe one day you didn't do everything that you set up. Or for instance, the reason I'm bringing this up is, let me flip back to April's. When I was filling this out, I really focused on the fitness this month. And so you'll see that here when I was doing this. Oh, I forgot to fill in this past week. That's the worst. Anyway, I noticed I didn't really lift any weights this month. And I was like, oh, that's kind of disappointing. And so instead, we're going to shift the way we're doing this. Okay? We are going to set ourselves up for success by adding in activities that first, hey, Patty, we genuinely want to do and that are realistic for what we can do. And before we fill this out, Mishi, I wanted to make sure, I knew yesterday you were interested in the B5 Sage Planner. And I didn't have it on me, but I did grab it today so I could make sure I could just show you the size of it. The cover will look different. We have redesigned it, but this was our older B5 and it is bigger than our A5. So I just wanted to make sure that if you're still on here, I get to show you that. This is not the correct cover, but it is a sage color, but I believe we took our logo off and stuff. So little changes like that will be different, but just so you guys can get a better understanding of what that B5 looks like in terms of a size comparison. So that is just a little look at that, and I can dive in deeper if there's any questions on that. Otherwise, I'll get back to our fitness tracker. I just wanted to make sure I took a quick moment to show you that. Okay. Not jumping all over the place. Okay, yes. Which size are you currently using? So I am currently using the A5. We are introducing our new B5 size this year. We have not had it in such a long time. We only did it once, and that was back in 2022. And so I'm excited for you guys to see it. It's their same exact layouts, just of course a little bit bigger. So if you want one that's going to fit in your purse, take it with you on the go, I would go with the A5 size, so that is going to be a little smaller. If you want one that you can really keep with you at home or at work, I would go with the B5. It will give you more space. Again, this is not the exact one that you'll be getting, but it will have that. You'll see the difference in the morning, afternoon, and evening box sizes. So you will see the difference. Yes, of course. I'm so happy I could show you today. I really wanted to make sure that I did. I'm glad you're on. Okay. Sorry to hop all over the place for that moment, but taking a look back at this fitness tracker, as I was saying, we want to make sure that we are setting ourselves up for success. So I am going to do, because you'll see why when we're getting to our monthlies. This month, I am continuing to work on building a routine in terms of our fitness and daily movement. And so for that, we want to make sure that we are prepared and ready to track it. So I'm going to grab the lavender Click Art Zebra pen. And the first one I'm going to do is walking. I have been so good about my walking. I went for one this morning, so we're actually just going to color that in right now together. Okay. Oh, man. I'm also going to softball tonight, but I forgot to leave room. Okay, we're going to go like this then. We are also going to write, how can I write this? Softball. We're just going to color over it. I totally forgot. Good thing I'm on here right now. Perfect. That works. Anything's fixable. I feel like, I know softball's not like I'm not getting like my fitness really checked off, but it's nice and it brings joy. So, and I'm outside and you have to do like a minute of running, I also want to track my golfing. So this will be the yellow zebra click art pen. And, while we're talking about these click art pens, it sparked that starting. So this Friday, tomorrow, I'll be posting to our TikTok story a poll for what we want our Monday Plan With Me session to be for the theme. And then on Monday, starting from Monday to Wednesday at noon, you can send me your weekly defined planner spread and you'll be entered into a raffle for the following Plan With Me session where you will receive a prize. So that could be stickers, it could be pens, there's so many different things. And I'm really excited about this. I think it's going to be such a fun opportunity in the summer to just mix things up. Sorry, I blanked. Golf. Do you write golfing or golf? We're just going to write golf. That's fine. And yes, Mishi, I love these pens. We can't do blue. This will be the green click art pen. And the last one I'm going to add here is rollerblading. I went on the longest rollerblading session ever yesterday. It was like an hour. And, where was it? I lost my train. This is what I do. I started thinking about like something because I was like, oh wait, was that May? No, it was the last day of April. But anyway, yeah, so I'm a little sore today, but that's okay. We're loving it. We're thriving, you guys. Amazing. Next, we will check off the water tracker, which is a little, not the blue, we already did the blue, which we're not starting off strong. I haven't had any water yet today, and I realized that right now. So I literally can't fill out the water tracker. That's bad. But a good realization that once I get off this, I need to chug some water. And I'm usually pretty good about it. Like I am someone who's very hydrated. Wow, that's really sad. I can't check it off. Can I preemptively do it? Okay. Next, we are going to do, I love these colors. I feel the energy already. Okay. We are going to grab, what's another bright color? I'm going to pull a different highlighter, actually. Let's pull this one. This one's going to be perfect. I don't know. This one's that blue-green. I'm always grabbing this one. And we want to be very intentional, especially, I know I do, because this is literally my goal for April, and I wanted to continue to add to it as I go through May. So, daily routines, the bane of our existence, because it is hard to do something every single day. We're human. Like, it's just, you either are someone who's so regimented or you're not. And if I'm going to be honest with you, I tend to be, if this was like a scale of really regimented to not, I would be like here. So we're working on it. And the reason I think a lot of times we become closer to this end of the scale is because we're not actually enjoying what we are doing. Oh, wait, that's so interesting. Okay, so No Name just said that the thing with these is that I find I take forever picking the right color and then keeping the habit. I want to encourage you to focus less on the color. Okay, that's step one. Color doesn't matter. You can do one single color and do icons for the past couple months, or I think it was, I don't know which month it was. For a while, I just did icons. So that way I didn't even have to worry about the color. And when you are choosing to work on whatever daily task you are trying to be consistent with, the reason that it's hard to keep it is often because we actually don't want to do it. And I'm not talking about the things like making our bed, doing the dishes, because those are great. And those are something that we just kind of have to do. And so, okay, that's fair too. But I want you to ask yourself if maybe the real reason why you won't use it is because you are almost afraid, right? We come up with a lot of reasons why like we won't use it. Maybe it's the color's wrong. Maybe it's, oh, I don't have that color on me. But maybe the real reason is that we don't want to feel disappointed if we look back and it's not filled out. But I think changing our perspective and being like, okay, maybe I am looking back and it's not filled out. Why? Were you just not focusing on that part of your life this month? Totally okay. Maybe you actually didn't like this part of your routine and you weren't that committed to it. All of these things are okay. It's just important to recognize it so that way you can make the proper changes that you want to make. For example, I'm really proud of myself because in April, I set a goal of I would like to establish more of a daily movement schedule, and I put that on paper. I even communicated it a lot on these lives because if I put it out there, I'm more likely to actually do it. And with you guys there to hold me accountable, I felt like I want to do this, not just for myself, but for this community. I want to show everyone that if you set a goal, you can accomplish it. And I am carrying that over into this next month by not only continuing that daily movement schedule, but I also really want to start getting stronger so I can make work on my fitness goal. Because like we talked about, I was a little disappointed when I didn't check off the weights. I was honestly a little upset with myself. But then I asked myself, was I even putting in the focus towards that? No, I wasn't. I honestly didn't care in April whether or not I was lifting weights. So I was like, why did I add that to my fitness tracker? I shouldn't have. But we can't live in these shouldn't, wouldn'ts, couldn'ts. All we can do is move forward this upcoming month. So we are going to dive into this daily routine tracker. And instead of adding it to my fitness routine, my fitness tracker, I want to add it to my daily routine because that is what I'm doing it for. I'm not doing it, yes, I'm doing it to make progress towards my long-term fitness goal, my long-term umbrella goal. Where is this? Right down here, build strength. And so I'm incorporating that this month to align with my health and wellness monthly pathway focus, right? So the reason behind it is different. Also, hey Val. Aw, thanks, No Name. So we're going to start by doing that daily movement. I'm going to make that be. Mishi said, I like that you said it as a movement goal instead of workout in the gym X times per week. Yes. And you know why I did that? I love that you mentioned that is because that wasn't working for me. I am not, especially now that it's warmer out, I don't really want to go to the gym. And I think for a long time, I didn't want to admit that because you feel a little self-judgment by putting that out there, right? Like, but honestly, that's just not where I'm at right now. I'm okay if I'm doing it at home, going for a walk, getting outside, and that is okay. Honestly, that's more than okay because recognizing it is the only way you are going to start making real progress. I can't say that enough. And that's the importance. Now, maybe for you, it is to go to the gym. Totally okay. It doesn't matter. what matters is that it works for you. Because we're all different. We all are in a different part of our life. We all have different things going on. Hey, Sandra, what's important is recognizing what is best for you. Because what's best for me might not be what's best for you, as long as your intention behind it is there. Thanks, Starbright. A small step is better than no step. Absolutely. I've actually started doing, let me just write this into, I'm not quite sure yet. For building strength, I'm going to be using, I have just little weights at home that honestly is going to be better than nothing. And so I don't know though, do I want to write weights? How do I want to do this? Maybe I write build strength. How about weighted movement? Because I don't know what this is going to look like yet exactly. I just know I want to start today. I also think it's important. I like that Mishi said a small step is better than no step, but it's also recognizing that those quote small steps are so much bigger than we give them credit for. So I think that's something to remember is I hate the labels of small steps or big steps, because I get it. Totally fair. And it's how else are you going to phrase it? But when you are looking at your own, I don't want you to have these negative feelings when it comes to the steps you're making, because a step is a step no matter the size. And that's an important thing I think that we all need to remember. The other thing for the daily routine tracker is that I want to continue. I have been loving reading every night before bed and falling asleep to that. I have found that it really guides me into a better sleep. And I think April was the month I really started doing that, and I love it, and I want to keep that up. Because it is okay. Oh, I can check this off. It is okay to carry over your goals if you want to keep making progress on them. I don't want you to feel like you have to change your pathway every month. Okay, so that was a while in the daily routine tracker, but I feel like we covered some great concepts with them. So I want to now, let's do the mood tracker. Let's do this. We're going to actually keep, because if I have the ClickArt pens next to me, for the fitness, I'll be more inclined to fill out the mood tracker. So for moods, we're going to make this lavender, be happy. Yellow is going to be productive. Content, we're going to make green. And of course, blue, we're going to make sad. I feel like that's the obvious connection point. And then for the last two, I'm going to grab, for anxious, I am leaning, we can do the brown. And for tired, we're going to do the salmon color. I cannot wait for our planning pouches to be back in stock, because those are literally the best way to make sure that you are continually having your correct colors with you. And even more than that, you'll be able to do it when you're on the go. So today I am honestly feeling a mix of happy and productive, which I'm really excited about, because yesterday I was a little and so I woke up today with a different attitude, and I was like, yeah, love that. And I'm like, let's get it. The sun is out. We're thriving. We are unleashing ourselves in May. And then there's the budget, of course, which I don't fill out on here just because I feel like that's a little more personal. And everyone can do this differently. There's no right or wrong. And then there's favorite moments, which we are going to do in yellow because I'm living for this lemon yellow. I love it. And it's only May 1st, so we can't quite write a favorite moment yet. Even though, honestly, I'm really enjoying this session right now and would count it as a favorite moment. Amazing. So that is how I fill out my May accountability tracker. That is the first half of this live here. The next half, we are going to dive into our May calendar. And we are going to start with, thanks Grains, you're going to start with the monthly pathway focus. And I'm going to stick with that yellow color to highlight this pathway. So for this, I am carrying over, based off of my monthly reflection, health and wellness. I think I want to write in, so when it comes to quote theme for my month, this month, I want it to just be colors. I want it to be feel-good energy. So kind of keeping the vibes that this spread gave. And for this, I'm trying to decide on if I kind of want to keep the yellow. And we're going to go and write health up here. Ish. And then my black Sharpie pen, I'm going to go in and go health. And wellness. Okay. Now, you can also, when you're doing this, I do recommend because we did just fill out our monthly reflection, I was pretty prepared coming into this in terms of this, but to figure out what I wanted to work on, hey ZZ, I went back to my umbrella goal planning and I looked at my health and wellness and thought, okay, I'm doing a great job with establishing a routine that's working for me, but I'm ready to add to it to hone in on some fitness goals. And I thought the best way to do this was, rather than me specifically having to focus on a fitness pathway, because sometimes I find that prevents us from focusing on our why in this instance, because my why here is to incorporate fitness into my routine. So that way, these are actually coming together and it allows you to focus on two bigger goals with really honing in on your intention, if that makes sense. So down here where we are going to break down your umbrella goals for this month's pathway focus into monthly action items. That's what this box is for. Okay. And so up here, down here, our umbrella goal is, like we were just talking about, but I like to show you so you know, build routine. So right here, I'm going to carry down, build a routine. Okay, but then we have to ask ourselves, great, now that we have this big goal to work on, how are we going to get there? So I like to draw an arrow. In this case, I'm going to wait actually to draw the arrow, but the first thing I'm going to do is to look back at April, just so you guys know what I'm talking about. That's March. I was working on establish a consistent movement schedule. So now we're going to go with continue consistent movement. Can I fit schedule? Schedule. Okay, so that's going to be 1. Now, the next monthly action item is going to align with, I really want to focus on building my strength, but more importantly, adding it into my routine. So we are going to have our monthly action item be, I don't want this to look. Like that, so it looks like a circle. How do I want this to write? Because I want to think about a way that I can write it so it's, because that movement schedule is different than the strength schedule. So incorporate strength building. That works. Amazing. And now as we go through our month, we can figure out how we want to do this by breaking it down on a weekly level. Okay? Perfect. Next, I really don't want this reminders here. I wish I didn't write it, but we can't change that. So what we can do instead is add a sticker. And so I'm going to grab our purposeful planning stickers and see what box I want there instead. I really like this orange. We might lean towards the orange. Or do I could go with this one. That might be the better option. I don't have that many reminders this month, if I'm being honest. I don't think. As I say that now, but then sometimes by the end, I'm like, oh gosh, I have a lot of reminders. Okay, we're going to do, yeah, I like this one more. So let's go with this one. And then if I don't fill that space, I can just add a doodle, which would be nice. Perfect. I love how nicely these stickers fit into this box. That's honestly part of my favorite. Probably that is my favorite part of these. Okay, next. Hey, Paula. Now we're going to go ahead and I want to start with what I'm grateful for. For that, we're going to go pink because why not? I love pink. So I am truly grateful for one more chapter, which is our book club here on TikTok. I'm also actually really grateful for, to be honest with you, I've been feeling extra grateful for my family lately. They've really pushed me outside of my comfort zone in such a great way. But also have really just like, I don't know, we'll end that there. And then the third one is going to be, what's the third? What else am I grateful for right now? Literally so many things. I'm like, how do I narrow this down? What is one thing you guys are grateful for? You know what? I'm going to write my creativity because I want to channel that. Choices. That's a good one, Deborah. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. That's a great thing to be grateful for. I did not think of that. Wait, that's such a good answer. Also, I love that this month's phrase is laughter heals the soul. If there is one thing about me, I love laughing. I can laugh at anything. It could be the littlest thing. And I don't know, that's just something I feel like, I guess I could have written that's what I'm grateful for because it's so true. For inspirational words, I'm thinking of okay, so these are our empowerment sticker sheets. And was it this sheet I was looking for? I like to remember your why. I feel like that aligns with the message I want to focus on this month. Let me look though. Because I know what they all are, but sometimes like when you're looking, like some of them just will stick out to you more than others at a certain point in your life. Follow your dreams. The mirrors are the best. I love those. Oh, these are so good. Success starts today. Dream big. You are enough. Oh, I think did I? Oh, no. Wait. Yeah. I think I really want to go with the remember your why. I'm really aligning with that one today. And I'm going to go with this color scheme. And I'm going to actually do this one in the yellow as well because it can connect with our goals very nicely. People to contact. I don't think I have any at the moment, which is honestly amazing. It's nice not to have to contact anybody. The next places to visit. I like to come back to those once I have like what's going on for the month to see, okay, where can I add in what I can do. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yes, that is exactly who people to contact is for. So that's someone you haven't talked to recently. You can text them, whatever it might be. I am going to start for the important tasks, I'm actually going to do these I'm thinking the red. I like to do red for like urgency. And then what else do I have? Oh, yes, Mother's Day. Okay. Then let's start by adding in things that we have going on this month. First, we're going to take a look at this week. I am going to add in, I think we're going to do it in I love yellow, pink. Pink's going to be personal fun time. No, oh my gosh, what am I saying? Yellow is going to be any movement activities. So for instance, tonight would be my softball game. And that's actually every Thursday. I don't think the schedule is actually like out, so I find out on a weekly basis, but I know that it's every Thursday. So we're going to do that for every Thursday. Here I'm only going to do one line because I want our book club to be there. And then, perfect. And then I have to leave the times blank at the moment because I don't know. Okay. And then, hey, Eva, I'm going to actually just go. I wanted to write in a couple things that I did this week. And for that, I'm in terms of, it would actually be the yellow again, because Monday night I went to the driving range, and then yesterday I went rollerblading. So I really wanted to write those in because those are the little things that add up over time that I like to look at. Because originally I was supposed to go to the golf course yesterday, but change of plans. So we went rollerblading. And then pink is going to be any personal things I have, like any fun plans. So for instance, tomorrow I'm going to Hibachi. Saturday I have a little birthday party to go to. Maybe we're going to do I want it to all be black pen? That's a question. No, I don't. So let's grab this color. Can you see this? Yeah, okay. And then we have Mother's Day right over here. And so I'm going to grab the garden. We always do a little gardening on Mother's Day. Let's see, which sticker do we want for garden? I'm thinking this one. And then Memorial Day, we're going to add this sticker. Perfect. Okay. I'm going to go to a kickboxing class, actually, which I've never done, but one of my friends teaches it. So next Wednesday, wow, I have a lot of fitness happening. I might not be walking by the end of the month, but at least I'll be active. And then I think one of my friends is coming up on the 24th. And then I know what else did I have going on? I feel like I'm missing something. It's one of these 2 days. I can't remember which though. Not great. May has just been like, I feel like I've had so many dates and then they all get changed. So I'm like, I don't even know what I have left anymore. But this is where we're at in terms of personal plans. I have to add in your guys' birthdays. So the 21st, Timmy, and then the 3rd is Maria. Let's do that one in this. So this is going to be... So yes, her and someone else I know, they're turning 5. So I didn't add her birthday to the birthdays yet to celebrate. I probably should have. It's my friend's niece. I definitely should have. Let me grab that purple pen real quick. Amazing. Okay. That's why I'm going hibachi. And then Timmy's is right down here. Amazing. Now we can go in and add any work tasks / priorities that we have to do. And for that, I'm going to do red. Oh my gosh, but my favorite day of the month, in green because the book is green, we have our book club. Will this work? Hold on. I was going to try to go... No, maybe not. We're going to have to grab that black Sharpie pen again. Or green. Let me grab a green. Can you even see that? I think so. Thanks, beauty. We're going to go over it because it's not as prominent as I would like. One more chapter. I'm going to try something, and if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work, but we're just going to do it anyway. That's how I want this to go. Perfect. And this is going to say, let them. And that's at 8 o'clock Eastern. When you get a sec, can you review the umbrella goals section again? Yes. What in particular would you like to go over? Just so I know where the questions are lying. I feel like that's helpful. I have a really helpful walkthrough of our umbrella goal planning system on Red that will answer all of your questions. So I actually recommend checking that one out too. That way you can go back to it if you ever need to. And I think it's going to answer a lot of your questions. Okay. Yes. Oh, okay. Just wanted to check. So, what I did was, fabulous question. What I did was to come up with a monthly action item. I like to think back to, okay, what part of my routine am I feeling like this month I can/want to really focus on? And for me, in this instance, it was that health and wellness aspect as well as the fitness aspect. So I went back to my umbrella goal planning page and I saw that. So I'm continuing the build a routine from health and wellness. And I know that I really want to hone in on my fitness this month because it goes really well with the health and wellness pathway that I'm trying to progress with. And having those two align nicely is why I chose them, because it'll make it easier to focus on those parts of life, if that makes sense. So it's like having things that go hand in hand together will allow you to put all of your focus in that area. And so I saw that for my fitness goal, I also have build strength. So I came to my monthly action items and I said, okay, how can I align my building strength with my routine? Because that's really the core of why I want the strength. It's to have it be something that I can stay consistent with. And in this case, it's going to be figuring out how can I incorporate some strength building into my routine. Does that make sense? Does that help answer any questions? If you want to share anything specific about yours and talk through that, that's what I'm here for. Absolutely. So it's really about just like walking through to make sure that, I guess, logically, but also emotionally, you are connected with that monthly action item. for my reminders, where did I put my pen? I actually checked off a lot of my last like minute to-dos this morning, which was really nice. Like those last minute things to just get some things checked off, which it took me not long. So I was tired of having them on my to-do list knowing these don't take very long. For concepts to learn, I don't know yet. I don't know the let them theory. That's a good one because that is a great concept and it's one I really want to understand better. Like, especially when I was reading it, it talked about the let me. I'd never heard of that. Okay. And then we're just going to add a little box to this. Add some blue to the border because I think it's cute. Same with the reminders. And then we'll highlight people to contact and important tasks. And then I'm just going to add a couple more flowers. And that is really how my month is looking right now. A nice blend of things. And I hoped this session really helped you guys get ready for May and unleash yourself. Take it for what it is. I don't know. This was supposed to be a flower. I don't think that worked very well, but. So we're probably gonna, what should I do? Cover it up? That's usually the answer, right? Let's do this one. You are enough. Covered it enough, right? Let's go like this. Okay. And then we're gonna grab this. Finish up the bow. And then And then in this box right over here, I'm just going to do one quick little extra doodle. Make your own sunshine. Yeah, I messed up. That's okay. Perfect. Thanks, cowgirl. And just like that, our May accountability trackers and Hey Allie and our monthly setup is all ready to go. Thank you guys so much for another amazing Define planner session. I am going to be sharing this to Red right after, so in this afternoon, and I will be sharing to our story tomorrow a poll for Monday's Plan With Me theme. So make sure to check that out as well. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for always joining me. I love these planning sessions, and I hope you all navigate this weekend with purpose. I will talk to you guys so soon. Bye, everyone.